Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're interested in vocal technique, pick up my ebook called Becoming a Natural Singer, or if you want one-on-one help, book a lesson through my website or drop me an email, links in the description. So, Happy New Year, welcome to 2021, and I wanted to kick off with the singer's mindset, or the best mindset for singing. When we work in lessons, predominantly we're working on scales, we're working at technique, we're working at drilling muscles, we're working at figuring out where in the motor skills am I getting this wrong, what is the issue in terms of the technicality of what I'm doing that is holding me back. That's what I'm trying to show or expose to the singer and help them to then, so that they can go away and work at those motor skills, get them more efficient, improve them, get better. And that's obviously one side. On this channel, we try and focus more towards the other side of things, the side of things that is more deeper, that requires a moment to think about, some care to think about. And we don't necessarily always get much time in a lesson or during a session to cover these things. So let me talk to you about my experience and why the singer's mindset or the correct mindset is so key. Struggling singers are learning technique, they're learning to get better. But what they often don't understand or think about is, what is the basic mental setup for singing that will lead me towards more success rather than less? Or what is the setup, the mindset that I'm employing that is pulling me backwards, is stopping me from exploring my voice more freely? When I started singing, I didn't really realise that this was a thing. I just used my voice and didn't think about or internally monitor what kind of emotional state am I in when I sing or when I use my voice in a kind of singing way. And after a while I started to notice, well, day to day I'm just myself. I'm pretty chill. I'm not, overly crazy emotionally, I've not got these kind of wild emotional swings necessarily, at least not all of the time. But what I found is, as soon as I went to singing mode, my mindset would kind of shift. It would shift more towards bracing myself emotionally, or fear, this sense of like this type of feeling. Now that is a technical choice I was making. I was doing physical things to get me into that space of having a tight sounding voice or a tight sounding mix. But it kind of also has an underlying broader theme of what is the emotional state I was in. Well, the emotional state I was in was one of fear and preparing myself in a way that was anticipating not good things happening. Like, imagine if you see something coming towards you fast that might hit you, you're like, that's the type of response I was getting at in the scales. Panic, grab, hold. My point is that the technical and the emotional combine to create a result. And whilst we work at the technical, we have to kind of have an internal monitor, like, how am I approaching this emotionally when I go to use my voice? And I think the best mindset, at least initially start with as a singer, to try and get us back on the right track, is what I would call something like the mindset of meh. Really, it's the mindset of, I don't really care how this goes. Whether it goes well or badly, I'm just going to do it. Or in other words, I'm not really changing my emotional state when I go from just daydreaming day to day versus when I go to use my voice and sing. I try and stay in that chilled out, relaxed mindset. Now, when we sing, we have to use more energy than when we speak or when we're just moving around. We've got to do something. And sometimes that requires aggression and a kind of sense of commitment to what we're doing. But it should never really lead us back towards the flinch, the clench, the fear, the grab. It should never lean us towards that emotional state of fight, or flight, which is really what's happening. So when you vocalize, and really this is the point of this video, just to bring it together, is When you vocalize, you have to be internally monitoring, what am I feeling? What mindset am I in right now? And start thinking about that. Because what you'll find is when you get to tricky parts of scales or tricky parts of songs, you'll start to notice, oh, I'm clenching, I'm grabbing, I'm holding, I'm panicking, I'm in fear. And then what we do is, as we work at the scales and as we work at our singing, we combine that with resisting the urge to panic, resisting the urge to grab, resisting the urge to be fearful. This is really how we get back towards what we would call natural singing, is we combine a relaxed mindset, or create the habit of that relaxed mindset, and we resist the habit of the clench or the fight or flight. We're working at that at the same time as we're working at the technical side of what we're doing. Getting the muscles doing the right thing, isolating the right muscles, being efficient with the right muscles, all that stuff that we talk about technically and we work at. So you can think of it as working in two layers. We've got the motor skills on top, and underneath that we've got a layer of what we would call something like emotional state, or your emotional well-being, however you want to describe it. Great singing is great motor skills and a relaxed mindset that isn't frightened to commit and be aggressive, but it's generally chill. It's not judgmental, it's not outcome dependent, it's all those things. So we have to be monitoring ourselves emotionally all the time as singers and asking ourselves, where am I? Noticing when you clench, when you panic, noticing when you chill, when you calm, and starting to cultivate more in that direction and less in the direction of fight or flight. You'll find that when you combine the technical and the emotional, when you combine the motor skills and the right mindset, you're going to get a lot better results than just running scales all day. With struggling singers, there is a lot going on under the surface that people that don't struggle with this don't know about. They're not aware of because it's never been in their paradigm, in their reality. So when I speak to you, in a sense, I'm kind of, this is going to sound crazy, but I'm kind of a time traveler. And what I mean by that is I'm coming to you from the new reality, but I'm talking to you from the old reality that I used to be in 20 years ago, 15 years ago. That's what I'm speaking to. And what I'm saying to you is you have to move from that paradigm to something different, to something new, to something that is not normal for you, but is completely normal for the natural singer, or the singer who's not struggling. Anyway guys, those are my thoughts. Hit me up in the comments and let me know yours. How do you best address your mindset? Have you got any strategies or tips that I haven't mentioned here today? I'll be back next week with another video, and I'll catch you very soon. Take care. Bye bye.